starting with.
Okay. Are you a good bowler,
Right now, he's playing the Jazz. What's his dog?
It's the home of the Wizards here in Washington, D.C. as we bring you an interconference match here at the Verizon Center. Glad to have you with us for more NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. After this one game on the road, the Jazz will head back home to Utah. They presently occupy that final playoff spot. Up a game as the regular season winds to a close, but no time to relax.
And this should be fun, guys. They see this team a lot, 4 times during the regular season. And so far, they split the first 2, so they seem pretty evenly matched. A chance to build some confidence with the win tonight.
Yeah, I think they're really highly motivated in this one. I mean, it becomes a pretty good chess match at this point. As you mentioned, both teams evenly matched. You've seen each other a few times. You know each other's tendencies. And the coaches really can factor in games and situations like this.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So on the floor for Utah, Favors and Gobert, the shot-blocking duo inside. Sheldon Mack is out there with Hood, and it's Hayward in at the small forward. Well, guys, how good a playmaker is John Wall? Second in assists last season at Crystal. Clark, he almost finished number 1.
Yeah, and the only difference really is that Paul was a little more efficient than Wall. Paul had a 4-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. Wall was only at 2.5 to 1. But some of that is Paul's experience.
So for the Wizards, their last game a win against the Brooklyn Nets.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seem to just wave the right flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when a team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. The defense tends to get demoralized and deflated.
Here is Favors, following the basket by John Wall.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
It's not going to fall. He's taken 4 shots and made 2.
Jazz
have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Hayward outside. The pass to Favors.
My rebound.
And foul call.
How do you get that foul, though?
Line and shoot 2. It's going to go on auto.
What are you doing? Get your head out the face.
Clark, the thing you like about Derek Favors is he keeps heading to his game every year. You forget how young he is, too.
That's exactly right. We need a reminder. This guy came into the league very early, right after a year of college. Seems like he's been around forever.
I don't know. He left.
The first free throw is good.
And for Favors and his youth, he has made big strides. And in a few years' time, could be one of the more dominant bigs in our league.
He hits one and misses one each at the line.
I'm doing a video.
And guys, with Favors, his development, you know, you forget. Sometimes it takes big men a little longer to figure it out. I mean, he's certainly been putting it together here the last few seasons.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
That's good.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Well, now go to Doris Burke, who spoke with Wayne Snyder. Doris?
And Kevin, I asked him what he thought would be a key factor for them coming into this game. And he said, well, our length and shot blocking should help. It gives offense something to think about when they come inside the lane. And oftentimes, that tentativeness can be a game changer. Guys, every team in the league wants that interior presence, and he just explained one big reason why.
Thanks, Doris. Well, guys, give us your thoughts on that.
Well, I think for a team that has the ability to control a game with its defense, that's where I would expect the focus to be.
And that's exactly right. I mean, if they're going to play to their strengths, they should be pouring a lot of effort into their defense. I think coach is coming into this one with the right mindset.
Here is Wall. Rudy Gobert picking up that last basket. Beal from long range.
Whoa.
Gobert pulls it in.
On, dude.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense.
Thank you.
And not allow him to get those kinds of looks.
Here's Wall. Gobert pulls it in.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Mack dishes to Gobert. Nice ball movement by Utah. Here's Favors. Georgetown with the defensive effort.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting.
Now I got people.
And here's Wall.
The best system in the whole wide world.
Good. Wall's got 11.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Well, nobody really knew, Greg, what to make of Washington going into last year's playoffs. They came out strong with a big sweep against a pretty good Raptors team.
Yeah, how about taking them down 4 straight? And it was the first time a team has swept an opponent without home court advantage since 2011. Also was the first sweep for the Wizards in franchise history.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
And in the second round, the Wizards continued to be a tough opponent. I mean, they went up 2-1 on the Hawks, but were unable to keep the series lead. A lot of close, heartbreaking losses to them in that series.
I need to fix my room. Thank you. Sorry, guys.
And Washington going with a whole new group here.
Sorry, guys.
1:37 left to play in the first quarter.
And the Hawks would ultimately take down the Wizards last year in the postseason. John Wall and his injury were a big turning point in that matchup. And all those buzzer beaters for both teams made it one of the most interesting series of the postseason.
Utah with the ball.
What the hell?
1:12 left to play in the first quarter.
Bro.
Rebound, Washington.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
That open.
Dudley with it. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game.
You can't stop
The
me.
lead changes hands once more. There has been no separation between these two teams.
You know, it's made for one heck of an entertaining game. Even when it hasn't been the best basketball being played, it sure has been fun to watch.
Utah with the ball, following the three-pointer by Washington. Pass to Wiles. Kershaw.
Damn.
Got first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple.
And he gets it to go. Dudley's got 5.
You know, that part of the floor, guys, is more...
Oh, John Wall. Water. Kush.
Left his real sweet spot, right in his wheelhouse.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. There's the pick. Pass to Ingles. There's the dish to Booker. Shoots from the line. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
That one hit the buzzer.
And here is Dudley. He got up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Wizards out front. They lead by 3. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And a chance to hear from Bradley Beal. He came from a football family in St. Louis, but said his mother introduced him to the game of basketball at a young age.
She definitely put the ball in my hand. She's the one who taught me my form.
Maybe some other NBA players should be practicing with Bradley Beal's mom, because she has definitely honed something special into him.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but I'm not sure some of the more delicate NBA egos could handle her trash talking them when she beats them in a game of horse. Bradley's not only got a special J, but he's got a pretty good disposition, too.
Thank you.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And when you consider how the Wizards are doing, guys, your thoughts?
I tell you what, the scoring has come in threes for the most part here so far.
Every time down the floor, it seems they're knocking down the triple.
The great pair of Wall and Beal are at the guard spots. Jared Dudley out there with Nene, and it's Porter at the small forward position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Gortat's checked in for Washington. Morris comes in for Porter. And a switcher also for Utah. Gobert's checked in. And in an era where so many guys take the money and run, Gordon Hayward did the best he could to live up to his new contract. Clark last year, a 4-year max deal signed heading into last season.
Yeah, and the way max contracts work nowadays, even the upper mid-tier guys are getting them. A trend that will probably continue, at least in the near future. I don't like it, though. There are only a small number of guys that are really max contract players in the NBA.
Here's Mack. He's coming off a 13-point game against San Antonio. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Mack's got the lead up to 2 now for Utah. The Wizards have gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. Lets it go from deep, and John Wall with the 3. Wall's got 14 points for the game.
And you know what? He's got a new BFF. It's the triple.
And it has been his BFF today anyway. Most of his points have been courtesy of the deep ball.
Good, can't get it to go.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
It's better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
It's tipped. It's stolen by Gobert. Here's Mack. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Favors with the screen. Clock at 6. Here's Mack, covered by Wall.
Brick.
Good, can't get it to go. Wizards have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Here's Beal, who's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
You know, it's a plus to get good looks in the paint, and when you can get them, you got to score them. And we've all seen how dominant Bradley Beal can be. The 3rd overall pick in the 2012 draft. He's already had a solid young career, but still plenty of room to grow.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Jazz. Talking about Bradley Beal's potential, it's not just the shooting, it's also the passing, and you really don't think of him as a passer, but for such a young 2-guard, he's extremely unselfish. He averaged over 3 assists a game over the past 2 years.
And the true stars of our game feature versatility. And here's a guy that has also tremendous upside as a rebounder. I mean, how about getting 7 boards almost a game the 1 year he was in college? So he understands the importance of impacting other areas. I mean, last season he had his highest steals average of his career. And everything's upside with this young man. The sky's the limit.
Excellent point. Washington calls timeout. Last time they met was in Salt Lake City, Utah, where they fell to the Jazz.
Yeah, I remember last time they met up, they just got ran out of the building. They weren't too happy with some of the calls in that game either.
Well, they felt they were called on far too many little nickel-dime fouls, little touch fouls. It ended up resulting in a lot of foul trouble for their starters, though.
Marcus Horton, he's checked in for Jared Dudley. Washington's gone to 3-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. From deep, Wall cannot hit. And it's Utah the other way. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
And that result was no surprise because they played very loosely with the basketball.
They sure did. There's no question about it. And when you come out on the wrong end of the turnover battle, you're often going to be on the wrong end of the scoreboard as well, Greg. You know that.
And basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they built this lead for themselves here.
Here's Mack. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
No kidding. I mean, neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time, guys.
So close.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
And there's the lay-in. And now a 3-point Jazz lead.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
And here's Thornton outside. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. 1:43 left to play here in the second quarter. Favors with the screen. Mack, the pass to Gobert. Down low, off the screen, and he sinks the layup.
What was your defense?
Mack's got 8 points here in this quarter.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
Now here's Wall. 16 points for him. Here's Mack, covered by Wall. Lets it go from 11. It's good. Now he...
Okay. But only for today. Only for today. Only for today. Only for today. Put this up too.
Shooting 6 for 7.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
56 seconds left in the first half of the game. And again, Washington with the triple.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have come from beyond.
Here's Mack. He's got 12.
Bro, you're not gonna go for the dunk.
Puts it up from 12. Wall, that's good.
No, I wanted to dunk.
Wall's got 21 in the game.
Shots are just flowing from him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Here's Mack, covered by Wall. Shot on the wing. Favors with the screen. Hayward. And he overshot that one, missing.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
From deep, Wall. And again, Washington with the triple.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there. You can see it in his eyes. It became mano-mano. He wanted to return the favor with that three, but just didn't get it to go.
And so that's the end of the first half. It's the Wizards as they end the second quarter with a 13-4 run. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Hi, Kevin. I'm here with John Wall. And, John, you're really lighting it up out there with your jump shot. What is the reason behind shooting it more as opposed to driving it more?
Oh, I'm just trying to do what the defense give me. They're giving me my jump shot right now, and I'm in a good rhythm. You see if they help me, I'm looking to pass my teammates. I'm not going to try to force the issue. If I got the shot, I got to take, I'm going to do it. I know my team need me to do more tonight, and that's what I want to do. If I want to be a match player and franchise player, I got to take my team along with me. That's what I'm trying to do.
John, thank you. Kevin, he can hurt you either way.
Thanks so much, Doris, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back in there for the start of the third quarter after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. It was a great half of basketball from John Wall. He ended up with 24 points and 1 rebound. Coming in off a tough game last time out for him, he's clearly turned the page, and it's bouncing back tonight in a big way. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Wizards. How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Utah?
See, Ernie, this is what I'm talking about. You know, I was the king of this. See, you got to pound that ball in the paint, and they were doing that. I like to see more of the same in the second half. Don't start shooting jumpers now.
What? How did they get way more rebounds?
And that'll do it for now. As the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
Taking the lead. Go to the channel, please. Please. I need subscribers. I need some money.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. An exceptional performance from John Wall.
He created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
So on the floor for Utah, the forwards are Hayward and Favors. Hood out there with Sheldon Mack, and it's Gobert in at the 5. I think all three of us agree John Wall, a tremendous all-around player.
Outstanding. Speed was what jumped out at me most when I saw him first at Kentucky. Now he's been able to harness that speed as a pro, and he makes plays that very few can make as a point guard.
He gives you a lot of different looks.
He sure does.
And again, Washington with the triple.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
This is to Favors. He frames the quick shot. Favors has got 9.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help this team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this game. And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Here's Mack, covered by Wall. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way.
The past few weeks, you can see how Utah stacks up. First in opponent points per game. 7th in opponent field goal percentage. And you know what? They're also in the top half of the league in scoring second chance points. There's room for improvement there, but I don't think they're too disappointed with what they've done in that area so far.
And as you mentioned, they've been the best in limiting opponents' points per game. I mean, they really take the life out of a team's offense, grinding things to a halt. They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
Oh, my son is lit. Oh, it's lit. Nah. You gotta hurry up and end this game.
Utah calls timeout.
And did not seem happy about how things are going on right now, and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Quinn Snyder was going over with his team. He told the team he wanted their offense to run through Favors. Coach is looking for big things from him throughout the rest of this game on the offensive end. A lot of the scoring burden will fall on him. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the fourth quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
All right, Doris. Here's Mack, who's covered by Sessions. And there's the foul. It'll go on Jared Dudley. That is his first foul of the game. Garrett Temple has checked in for Washington.
Star. Okay. Star. Yeah, that one.
Here's Mack, who's covered by Sessions. 6 on the shot clock, and it's Otto Porter with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
What's his name? No, it's my last name. It's my middle name, actually.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. And it's Otto Porter with the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
I got her a bit down.
Porter against Hayward. They need this. The offensive rebound. And that one's good by Favors. Favors has got 11 points.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
The shot's good. Sessions making the play. And the Wizards lead by 15. Jazz have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. And Gobert kicks to Hayward. Here's Mack. He's covered by Sessions.
What kind of screen is that?
There's the feed to Hood. Just 5 to shoot. No good with the triple.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Dudley's shot is good.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds a spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending.
The Jazz have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this game.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
You know, they've really put themselves behind the 8 ball in so many of their games because they just have not been able to knock down those foul shots.
Waste up on that court.
Wizards leading by 15.
Waste up on the court. Waste up on that court.
Now Sessions. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. And that one's good by Porter.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
And so it's Utah here with the ball. Here's Wiles. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Clark Wiles, one of the many great players to come out of Kentucky and be eligible for this draft. He didn't wow as much as his teammates. I'm telling you what, he can play.
He's got a lot of game. He's actually one of my sleepers, Kevin, because he can do everything well. He can handle it. He goes both ways. He can shoot it. He defends. Really good IQ. I like this guy as being a surprise producer as an NBA player.
And Washington making a change here. Thornton's checked in. And Utah also making a switch. Booker, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert.
And guys, with Lyles playing out of position can be a blessing and a curse. I mean, he didn't get to play in his comfort zone and put up big numbers, but his skill set grew from the minutes he had to spend outside of that comfort zone.
Feeds to Porter. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. And he gets the bucket. Johnson's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Tell you what I like about Lyles is that he has a bit of an old man game about him. He's an old head, plays within himself, good at every small intangible thing on the court, just has a real nice feel for how to play.
Nato uses the glass to finish the layup.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today. And guys, the wheels really fell off in Marcus Thornton's game last year. This was a deadly shooter who averaged over 21 points a game only a few seasons ago. But last season, under double figures at 9 per contest.
Utah calls timeout. On the topic of Thornton's great last season, he wasn't all bad. He did hit a career-high 42% of his threes. Clark, the problem is he didn't provide anything else.
Yeah, he's an Allen wrench. He's a specialist. I mean, he's never been a great playmaker, rebounder, or defender. His money is made with his jump shot.
And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Gortat's checked in for Nene. Morris comes in for Jared Dudley. Bradley Beal's checked in for Garrett Temple. And it's John Wall in for Marcus Thornton. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. He will go to the line to shoot 2. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Wizards.
So far, they've
I need to check this.
turned in a fantastic.
25. Rookie! My son is a rookie. He's scoring. He's half from. Oh, you got 2 awards. I am. Oh, I broke his ankles. You can tell. Oh my god.
Fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
And the second free throw, good.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
And so it's Utah here with the ball, following the miss by John Wall.
This.
Johnson attacking. He dishes it to Booker. For 3. Rebound, Washington. Gortat's got his 3rd rebound tonight. From deep. Washington gets it back. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. There's the triple. That's good.
And they came out smoking here from beyond.
And Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
Here's Wiles. Kept alive. Shot is off. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. And we're getting underway here in the 4th quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Here's Mack. The talented Wall and Beal team up in the backcourt. Gortat is out there with Markieff Morris, and it's Dudley in at the 3. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington.
Bro, we playing man-to-man.
They get the rebound. The second chance effort, and it's Favors laying it in.
What's the defense?
Favors got the 4th quarter started here with a bucket for the Jazz. Wizards leading by 14. Outside, Wall. Good on the 3-point shot.
And he got loose from the 3-point range in the first half and showing signs here that he's still got the flow in the second.
Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Wall. Jumps up.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. That is good. Wall's got 39.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Wizards have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the 4th quarter. They came out of the break on a roll.
Running it right down their throats. 3 straight buckets in transition.
Yeah, and they're paying the price right now for the lackluster defense. For me, that's inexcusable.
So, cause we winning. You go, son.
Utah calls timeout.
And it seems every season we see a player try and play through an injury. Sometimes it provides a boost with heroics, but it can lead to serious damage long term. It's a common practice we see, and some guys are pretty cavalier about it.
Greg, a lot of NBA players do play through injury. Last year, for instance, LaMarcus Aldridge played most of the regular season with a thumb injury that required surgery. Mike Conley, Clark Kellogg, we saw in the postseason play with the mask, with a facial fracture.
Yeah, and it's hard to make a blanket statement if it's good or bad for guys to do that. You just hope the player heeds the doctor's advice and doesn't do any further damage by playing it.
And Washington making a change here. Sessions is checked in.
If I hear something from the background, that's my sister. I'm sorry. I'm just making sure. Nah, bro.
A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Scooped up. Gobert dishes to Hayward. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Wizards leading by 23.
23.
Now here's Beal to the inside. Morris. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Oh, they are putting the hammer down. A huge lead right now.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if we're talking about their offense or their defense. I mean, it's all been good.
All right.
Morris, no good on the free throw.
I didn't even have to
And
shoot.
one record that is going to be very hard for any player to ever match is the Iron Man streak. That record's held by AC Green as he played in 1,192 consecutive games. That kind of durability is going to be hard to match in the modern NBA.
Now here's Beal. Here's Sessions. And again, Washington with the triple.
That's a weapon they've been allowed to use at will today.
Yeah, the defense struggling to take that away from them.
Mack the pass to Favors.
Get that.
Count that as his 7th field goal in 10 tries. He's shooting a very good 70%. And with Iron Man streaks, it isn't just injury that can get you. It's scheduled days off and getting suspended games, too.
Yeah, just for reference, last season DeAndre Jordan was the active leader, played over 300 straight games as a player. He was the leader in the league, but he wasn't even a third of the way to Green's historic mark of consecutive games.
And Mack kicks to Hayward. Down low. Here's Favors. Power down with both hands.
Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finish hard with 2 hands on the stuff.
Yeah, nothing extravagant, guys, but again, no need on that one.
And that one's good. Sessions.
And since the start of the fourth quarter, that three-point shot has just been there.
Yeah, exactly. Doing an excellent job, I think, finding the open guy on the perimeter. And the three-pointer is a major weapon for him right now in this quarter.
Here's Hood. Following the three-pointer by Washington. Shot clock at 6. Gobert the screen. Lots of room. And again, it's Utah.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
And for a long time in the NBA, the stretch 4 was kind of the anomaly and not the standard. Now it seems that you are the rare power forward if you can't hit a 3. Very few traditional power forwards now in the NBA.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Nene, he's checked in for Gortat. Gooden comes in for Morris. Garrett Temple has checked in for Jared Dudley. And it's Thornton in for Bradley Beal. Utah with the ball after the basket by Washington. Unloads from 13. There's Price, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And great effort on the boards, and what a move.
Yeah.
That was, Kev. I mean, you just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him, Clark, at all times.
And you know what? Sometimes that's not even enough. He'll go around, over, or through you to get to the pumper.
With the stretch 4 and the need for shooting at the position, they don't need to be a three-point threat, but they do need to be able to hit a mid-range jump shot.
Yeah, well said. I think you need to have guys that can make perimeter shots to create spacing. The game's evolving to a space-out-the-floor type game, and shot-making gives you a chance to do that.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Wizards.
Steve, I agree. You know, I think the attitude was very impressive. And Clark, you had talked about this before the game. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Yeah, absolutely. They put a tremendous performance in terms of effort and intensity, and they deserve to win this one.
And this will push their record to 39 wins and a good effort tonight.
And they will walk out of here feeling really good about themselves today, guys. A big win over a conference foe they'd split their previous 2 games with.
Greg, they've got one more game left against them, and there's no doubt they'll use this as a jumping-off point to take another game off them later in the year. At least that's the plan.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for John Wall. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
I cut this video out.
And he makes the first. He doesn't get the second one.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And stolen by Booker.
By Booker. That's somebody's name.
Nato is guarded by Thornton. Kicks to Booker.
Do it.
Sessions with the rebound.
That's what we call good defense in the paint, worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Boy, I love the serious killer instinct they've shown, finishing strong.
And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
No question about it, Kevin. They certainly gave their fans plenty to scream and holler about. This place was rocking. It was on fire. And it only got louder as that lead got bigger.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, I'm here with Bradley Beal following a confident win. How does it feel to play with such great offensive flow as a team like you did tonight, Bradley?
That's the most fun we had all year.
Like my video, subscribe, write in the comments, how you like it or not.
Getting out on the break and scoring, and when you're scoring that many points, it's always fun.
Bradley, thank you for the time. Guys, back to you.
Subscribe for more.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke,
this is the 2K Sports postgame show.